You know exactly what you need to do, and you're not doing it. That's not a discipline problem. That's a fear problem wearing a disguise. Most founders think procrastination means lazy. It doesn't. Lazy people don't lie awake at 2 a.m. running the numbers again. Lazy people don't reread the same proposal 12 times. Lazy people don't care this much. You care too much. That's the actual problem. Procrastination isn't the absence of motivation. It's what happens when the cost of being wrong starts to feel unbearable. And the further your business is from where you want it, the more unbearable it gets. So you delay, not because you don't know the answer, but because acting forces a verdict, and you are not ready for that verdict. There are 5 specific conditions that trigger this, and most founders are running all 5 at the same time. Condition 1: uncertainty without a flaw. Every normal job tells you where you stand, a metric, a review, a manager nodding. You always know if you're okay. Entrepreneurship doesn't tell you anything. You make a call and you genuinely don't know if it was the right call. Not for weeks, sometimes even for months. The brain hates that. When outcomes are unclear, the brain defaults to delay. Not because delay is smart, but because acting creates an answer, and an answer can be wrong. So the mind keeps the outcome open, because open feels safer than wrong. That's not weakness, that's biology. But biology doesn't care about your runway. Condition 2: decision overload. Even if you're willing to act, there's another problem: volume. Everything is urgent, everything matters. You're choosing between things that all have consequences. Decision making has a cost. Every choice burns mental energy. And when that energy drops, your brain doesn't shut down. It finds relief. And relief looks like checking email, tweaking copy that's already fine, reading one more article. So preparing to prepare. It feels like work, but it's not. It's your nervous system buying time. And here's what makes it worse. You're not avoiding random tasks. You're avoiding the ones that matter most, the irreversible ones, the ones where being wrong costs something real. Condition 3 is perfectionism as armor. This is where it turns invisible. I just need to think this through a bit more. I want to get this right before I move. It sounds responsible, but it's not. Perfectionism isn't about quality, it's about postponing exposure. Because once you act, you get feedback, and feedback removes uncertainty, which means you have to face reality. And if reality is bad, it doesn't just mean the decision was wrong. For most founders, it means they are wrong. They are mixing their self worth with their net worth. Condition 4: your nervous system is in survival mode. Chronic stress, the kind that builds over months of uncertainty, shifts your brain into defense mode. In that state, you stop asking, what moves this forward? And you start asking, what makes me feel better right now? And those 2 questions have completely different answers. So you end up busy, constantly busy, checking things, tweaking things, responding to things. The calendar is full, the energy is gone, and the one decision that actually matters keeps getting pushed to tomorrow. Procrastination becomes self soothing, not sabotage. It's self protection, but protection that keeps you exactly where you are. And condition 5: you are your business. This is the one underneath all the others. For most founders at your level, the business isn't just a business. It's proof that you're smart enough, good enough, that you made the right call leaving the job, taking the risk, betting on yourself. So a task doesn't feel like I'm sending a proposal. It feels like this might prove I don't know what I'm doing. And the higher those identity stakes, the stronger the avoidance. The more it matters to you, the harder it is to act. That's not coincidence. That's the mechanism. Now you understand the why. Here's what you actually do about it. Not motivation, not a morning routine, but a structure that removes the conditions. Step 1: separate identity from outcome. When the business is winning, you feel like a genius. When it's bleeding, you feel like a fraud. Neither is accurate. Both are dangerous. When you fuse identity with outcome, a bad quarter doesn't mean a bad decision. It means you are bad. And that creates shame. Shame creates avoidance. Avoidance creates worse outcomes, and worse outcomes confirm the shame. You're not avoiding the task, you're avoiding the verdict. Separating your identity from outcomes doesn't lower your standards. It protects your ability to act. You are the decision maker and you are not the result. Step 2, shrink the decision surface. You don't need to decide everything. You need to decide what matters. Most founders carry 20 open decisions simultaneously. All of them feel urgent. All of them feel unresolved. That's not strategy. That's cognitive overload. Pick 2, perhaps 3 decisions that genuinely move the needle. Define what good enough looks like. Not perfect, just acceptable. And make those decisions early, before the day's emotional noise builds. Because by 4 p.m., you're not thinking, you're reacting. And reactive decisions are where the real damage happens. Step 3, protect decision quality at the source. No framework survives a depleted system. Sleep deprived, overstimulated, constantly context switching, your decision quality collapses. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. Sleep isn't just recovery, it's decision infrastructure. Movement isn't just wellness, it's cognitive maintenance. This isn't optimization, it's baseline capacity. And without it, the framework in this video is just noise. Procrastination isn't a flaw, it's a signal. You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to stop treating decisions like verdicts. I built an assessment that shows you exactly where it's affecting your decisions and how to improve. The link is below. Take it, it's free. It takes only 3 minutes, and it'll tell you more about what's actually going on than another hour of thinking about it ever will.